cool little 60 piece. That's only the neck though.
Last night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga, but we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it, and they using nigga songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, then get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater and her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Left some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a ruler. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth of Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wooty-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back, we ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God, nigga.
That woo-woo, something. I know the police listening, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that woo-woo, something. Nigga cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running, swear to God, nigga.
Chasers, they was all speaking on it, and man, this is right here, this is a cold subject, man, because I'm gonna tell you like this, man, I don't know if this possibly could happen, but if it could happen, it's all bad, because if 4XTRAZ go back up in that county jail, especially in this condition, he might have a problem on his hand.
Well, if you go into the county jail in the condition that he's in right now, they're not going to put him on the main line. He's for sure going to the medical wing. Now, not to say that things don't get tricky, icky, sticky, vicky in the medical wing, but what I am saying is the likelihood of him going back to them Thunderdomes and all that kind of stuff, you know, all them 5,000 floor, all that wooty bam, that's not going on. You feel me?
Well, let's get to this, man, this content, and let's see what they talking about on Mr. Zach Reacts. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? It's Mr. Zach, and I'm back with another one. Since the recent 4th of July fireworks accident to 4XTRAZ, everyone wants to know if he will be in violation of his legal troubles he has, with him being a felon in possession of illegal fireworks that injured him and one of his homies. Let's break it down.
And that actually might be a felon in possession of explosives if they play it a dirty enough way.
Law and enforcement officials take the issue of illegal fireworks seriously, and the consequences for violating these laws, especially for felons, can be severe. Examples of possible charges and penalties for felons with illegal fireworks in California: possession of destructive devices, explosives, PC 18710 PC. If a felon is found in possession of fireworks that fall under the category of destructive devices or explosives as defined in California law, e.g. those with a specific explosive weight or those designed to launch.
What the hell, this nigga just fell on his back. Hey, man, I didn't know you could go to jail for illegal fireworks. Is that true?
Yeah, as a felon, you're not allowed to have any type of explosives, guns, ammunition. You can't have ammunition because ammunition falls under the category of an explosive.
Ooh, leave that in the comment section. Let me know if that's true or not. I never knew that a person can go to jail for illegal fireworks. Now, I know if you get caught with a whole lot of them, I have seen a lot of people on the news channels with boxes and boxes of fireworks, illegal fireworks. But I don't know if you go to jail for a few fireworks or just a couple of them. I don't know, man. Y'all let me know in the comments.
You can go to jail for a firework because it is a explosive.
Explosive projectiles. They can face felony charges. A conviction under this law can lead to a state prison sentence of 16 months, 2 years, or 3 years. What? In certain circumstances, such as possessing the device in a reckless or malicious manner in or near a public place, the penalties can be increased, potentially resulting in a prison sentence of 2, 4, or 6 years. Wow. Possession of materials to make a destructive device, PC 18720 PC. If a felon possesses substances or materials with the intent to create a destructive device or explosive without a proper permit, they can be charged with a felony under this law. A conviction can lead to...
And then you may also have an admission of guilt by him saying, yeah, man, we finna blow somebody up today. So that's also bad.
A state prison sentence of 2, 3, or 4 years. Arson, PC 451. If the use of illegal fireworks by a felon results in a fire that causes property damage or threatens lives, they could be charged with arson, which is a felony. The severity of the charges and penalties,
and depending on what happens, they might classify it as an act of domestic terrorism.
Depends on factors like the intent behind starting the fire and the extent of the damage. Reckless burning, PC 452. If a felon uses illegal...
Boy, these content creators, hey man, once you do something on this internet, man, hey, they gonna come for you. They got the internet lawyers. He done broke down the penal code and everything to exactly whatever crime that might have been broken in this case. This is something that I never knew of. I never heard of anybody. Matter of fact, I don't know anybody personally that had their hand in that type of situation due to illegal fireworks at all. This is crazy.
Fireworks in a reckless manner, causing a fire that damages property, they could be charged with felony reckless burning. Penalties can include 16 months to 3 years in prison. Aggravated charges in cases of injury or property damage. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office has stated that when fireworks cause harm such as injury or significant property damage, individuals may face felony charges with potentially severe penalties. For instance, one case involved felony charges for explosion of a destructive device causing bodily injury and possession of a destructive device on a public street, which could result in a lengthy state prison sentence. Enhanced penalties for reckless or malicious possession, PC 18715 PC. If a felon is caught possessing a destructive device or explosive, including illegal fireworks, in certain locations, like a public street near a school or residence, in a reckless or malicious manner, they could face a felony charge with a sentence of 2, 4, or 6 years in prison. Wobbler offenses and prior criminal history. Many fireworks-related offenses, like possession of large quantities of dangerous fireworks, are classified as wobblers, meaning they can be charged as either a misdemeanor or a felony.
In other words, just take your ass to a fireworks show. Just go to a fireworks show, all this shit. I couldn't imagine getting 2 years, 3 years, even 6 years, or just 16 months, a day in jail for some damn fireworks, some illegal fireworks. Hell no. Leave that shit alone, y'all.
Depending on the circumstances and the individual's criminal history, a felon's prior convictions would likely be a significant factor in a prosecutor's decision to pursue felony charges. Real-world example, Joshua Alaves case, Los Angeles. In 2024, Joshua Alaves faced multiple felony charges, including explosion of a destructive device causing bodily injury and possession of a destructive device on a public street after allegedly setting off large-scale pyrotechnic devices that caused property damage and injuries. He could face up to 35 years in state prison if convicted of both cases. Important considerations for felons: loss of rights. Felony convictions, including those related to explosives, can result in the loss of certain rights, such as the right to possess firearms. Probation and eligibility. In many cases involving explosives or destructive devices, felons are not eligible for probation, meaning a conviction could result in mandatory prison.
I believe 4XTRAZ is off probation. I think he's off probation. I don't think he's no longer on probation. Y'all let me know in the chat. Is he still on probation? I'm not sure about that.
It's important to remember that every case is unique and depends on the specific facts and circumstances. Felons in California should be particularly careful to avoid any involvement with illegal fireworks.
Now, I'm not 100%, my bad, it's the weed. I'm not 100% sure if he's off any type of paperwork, but, you know, with all these penal codes, with the right DA and the wrong judge, they wanted to really push this issue and turn nothing into something and make this into a problem, bro, they would. They would. OSHA's would have a problem on his hands and he would have an issue on his hands because they would try to treat this man like he's a criminal now. That's right, a criminal now. You feel me? Hear what I said, a criminal now. So with that all being said, man, if you out here doing these types of things and you know you got paperwork on you, you know you've been in the penitentiary, bro, it tells you you're not allowed to possess any firearms or explosives as an ex-felon. is saying in the paperwork, stop possessing firearms and explosives. It tells you on the paper you can't have that.
As the potential consequences are severe. The legal consequences of a felon in possession of illegal fireworks, California, 1 felony charges are likely. While possession of illegal fireworks is typically a misdemeanor, a person with a prior felony conviction is much more likely to face a felony charge, especially for possessing a large quantity of fireworks, 25 low Bs or more, having commercial grade or explosive type fireworks not for consumer use, being on probation or parole, which often prohibits possession of any explosives. 2. Health and Safety Code, Pre-Hour 12677, possession of dangerous fireworks. Without a valid license, it's illegal to possess dangerous fireworks. Felons may be charged with felony possession of explosives, felony enhancement, due to prior convictions, penalty, if charged as a felony, up to 3 years in state prison, fines from $5,000 to $50,000, seizure and destruction of the fireworks. 3. Federal consequences, 18 U.S.C., Pirate 42I. If the fireworks qualify as explosives under federal law, a felon in possession of explosives is a federal crime. Penalty, up to 10 years in federal prison, fines, up to $250,000 for probation or parole violation, if the individual is on probation.
And for those of y'all who don't know, them little bitty fireworks that you get, yep, them is explosives, big dog, and them is all violations, so be careful.
This could be a technical violation resulting in revocation and jail time. Parole could lead to return to prison for remainder of original sentence. 5. Other enhancing factors. The case could be made worse if the fireworks were stored near children or in public housing. The fireworks caused fire, injury, or property damage. The individual has a history of violent or drug-related felonies. Summary of potential consequences. Factor description penalty.
All right, y'all can go over there to Mr. Zach Reacts and watch this. He gonna break down the law and the penal codes for y'all. 4XTRAZ might be,
But I hope that 4XTRAZ doesn't get violated for this. I don't think that he will. But there is a possibility that this could, come into effect. I doubt that anybody will actually pick this up because it's such a public thing. It's such a loved public, 1-2 step like Sierra. I don't think that the court system just wants to go back and deal with 4XTRAZ. So I can't see them really trying to pick this case up. Not to say that they can't. Again, not at all to say that they can't. Not at all to say that wouldn't be within their jurisdiction, within their, their 1-2 step like Sierra as far as law enforcement. I just don't think that that's how law enforcement will be spending their time. With that all being said, though, I don't get paid to think. Red dots to the left, y'all know the rest, and it's free. Avenue Angel Tweets free. We gone.
oh man, he might be